Alright guys, we got 6 bets in the NBA that are going to make you a lot of money today. Let's get after it and get this sweep. Best bets for NBA Sunday coming at you now.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that Cap made now. Straight fire.
Welcome back into the channel. It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks. You guys ready to make money in the NBA today? We get your best bets for the NBA here for you today on Sunday, February 23rd, 2025. NBA player props, spreads, predictions. As always, this is a pretty great slate in the NBA today, guys. A lot of great games on, a lot of marquee games, a lot of really interesting matchups. So super excited to dive into it today. We got 6 plays that I think are great value bets here for the Sunday NBA slate. We're going to have a great day here on Sunday. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We're on the road to 9,000 subscribers. As always, I do appreciate all of you guys' support. You guys absolutely rock. It has been an absolute pleasure here, growing here with you, especially of late, all your guys' support. So I appreciate you guys. We crossed 100 likes again in the video yesterday, so appreciate you guys. Keep hitting that like button for me if you're coming back to the channel. Always appreciate that. Check out all of our links down below. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, of course, our community Discord. Great ways to connect with us there. Stay updated on the channel and get more ideas for bets. Had a good time yesterday, guys, talking to some of y'all in the chat and Discord. So hopefully, I'll try to be in there when I can. Obviously, due to certain scheduling stuff, I can't all the time. But, yeah, that's there. Also, be sure to drop your favorite pick down below for today's action, guys. If you like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick. We'll include your pick in the video if it hits. Yesterday, we had one of our comment cappers. We had Tyrell Bishop calling Bradley Beal over 19.5 points and assists. Phenomenal play, guys. I believe it was cashed in like the third quarter or something. So great call out there from Tyrell. Would love to see it, guys. Be sure to also check out our Straight Fire MVP program as well. Just $3.99 per month. You get access to all of our picks and our plays early, which, we talk about early lines. Obviously, getting those early lines is very important, so make sure you guys check that out as well. You also get custom emojis, roll caller in the Discord, and shout-outs in the video. Also a great way to support the channel and what we do here at the channel as well. Be sure to also check out our merchandise as well. Special sale now through today. It's the last day of the sale, 15% off. With code SFP15, so off all our shirts and mugs and stuff like that. If you guys are interested in any merchandise, be sure to check that out as well. Check out our NBA and MLB futures bets videos as well. Obviously, we got some futures bets for the NBA for the rest of the season. We also got 7 MLB futures bets. So looking forward to baseball season as well, guys. So check out all that information. Let's do a recap from yesterday. It was not a great day at all for us, guys. We ended up going 1-3, minus 2.10 units. Definitely not our best stuff yesterday. We had Nikola Vucevic over 10.5 rebounds. He ends up cashing for us. Honestly, we're probably fortunate to even cash that one. He gets there with 40 seconds left in the game. But we were super unfortunate on Tyrese Maxey. I love the Maxey play. Still loved it post play. We had him under 34.5 PRAs. Thought the Nets did a pretty good job on him most of the game. You wouldn't know that from just doing a brief look at the box score. I believe he scored 31 points. But a lot of that just came off of just garbage, guys, as far as Maxey played the whole fourth quarter, which we didn't have that in our notes. Thought he'd be sitting to get some rust. And obviously with Embiid getting hurt in the third quarter, that really led to that decision, and also Embiid not playing the fourth. Both of those things combined, I think, really sunk us on that bet. Outside of that, the bet was looking pretty solid most of the way. First quarter, he came out and scored a bunch of points, and then the Nets really started locking in on him, throwing doubles his way, and did a pretty good job, but it just didn't work out, like I said. Josh Green over 7.5 points. The Hornets get beat by about 50 on the road at Portland, and Green goes 1 for 6. He actually hit a 4-point play in this game, but unfortunately did not hit the over on that. And then the Nuggets -7 spread versus the Lakers. Lakers finally put it all together, guys. We were just we picked the wrong day to fade the Lakers. Doncic was incredible. We haven't seen that yet, so I'm okay with that. That's one of those things that's going to happen, guys. And we move on to today. Like I said, a lot of plays I love today. A lot of plays we've taken in the past and cashed on. in the same matchups. And so we have a lot of good situations here today, so looking forward to today. So let's get after it today. We got 6 picks today. Let's get right into our picks here, guys. At number 1, we're going to a familiar face here. Derek White over 21.5 PRAs versus the New York Knicks. Minus 115 odds on Fanatics. Yeah, we actually took Derek White over on PRAs last time he played the Knicks. Of course, he cashed for us. I believe we took him over 22.5 that day, and he finished with 24. So, obviously, I hope he gets a little bit easier today. I think he could do it. This dude is due for like a big first half. This dude's been doing a lot of his damage for us in the second half. I'm looking for a big first half from Derek White. I need him to come out the gate and just give us a little bit of like ease of mind type of thing. But obviously, Derek White, guys, we've talked about it time and time again. This guy is a beacon of consistency for the Celtics this season. 74% to this line on the season, 73% at home. We absolutely love to see it, guys. It's terrific numbers. 4 of his last 5 versus the New York Knicks this line. Knicks allowing the 8th most points to shooting yards, so we like that. We have cashed our last 3 props on Derek White. The notable one was obviously versus the Knicks over 22.5 PRAs. We're getting a better line here today. And like I said, this dude is due for a good first half performance. I'd love him just to come out and just ease our minds and put up 25 PRAs in the first half. That'd be great. But last 7 games, guys, the Knicks really struggling versus the shooting guard position, allowing the 6th most points, the 3rd most assists, and 3rd most rebounds to shooting guard. So obviously, you guys know we took Darius Garland versus the Knicks at point guard, and it was the shooting guard Mitchell who ended up going off. So really, it's a great matchup for either, though. Point guard, shooting guard, this is where you want to attack. And Derek White really does a little bit of both. I guess you'd list him more at shooting guard if you had to pick one. And I think here he's going to be able to take advantage of this matchup. So, love it there for our number 1 pick, guys. We got Derek White over 21.5 PRAs here for the Boston Celtics. Minus 115 odds on Fanatics. Okay, and at number 2, another familiar play. Another guy we've had great success with. We're going Klay Thompson over 13.5 points here for the Dallas Mavericks. Minus 120 odds on DraftKings. He's playing the Warriors today, which is why I love it, obviously. 45% the season, 48% in the road to this line. But what do I like? Well, for one, Thompson's been pretty solid of late. He's also been getting up a lot of shots of late as well. But he's playing his old team where he's gone 3 for 3 versus the Golden State Warriors with logs at 22, 29, and 17. This game he had 17 most recently where we took it. I believe we had 14.5. He took 19 shots in that game. So obviously I love seeing that. The shot volume really is what I look at. Thompson's a great scorer. Obviously he's played in Golden State his whole career, so he's very familiar with the rims and stuff like that and the spots on the floor. So I expect him obviously to come out in a game like this where the Mavs need production from him and Kyrie Irving in particular. I expect him obviously to play very well in this game. Warriors are a great defensive team, right? Especially with the addition of Jimmy Butler. But for me, this line is simply too low. For the motivation that Klay Thompson's going to have, and for the familiarity that Thompson has versus this Warriors team, and the familiarity of the building, I expect a great performance here from him. He's averaging 16.7 field goal attempts per game versus Golden State. So when he comes out and plays the Warriors, he normally puts the ball up. He lets it fly. So expecting that again today, guys. I think you're getting great value, obviously, on this line. So love it there for our number 2 pick, guys. We got Klay Thompson over 13.5 points here for the Dallas Mavericks. Minus 120 odds on DraftKings. Okay, and at number 3, we got Benedict Mathurin. Over 13.5 points here for the Indiana Pacers. We're going minus 120 odds on DraftKings. Guys, the Clippers here allowing the 13th most points to small forwards, which is where we have Mathurin at. Mathurin has been great lately, going 5 for his last 5 to this line with an average of 20.6 points per game. Has also found himself on SportsCenter a good bit with some of his highlights, obviously his acrobatic finishes. He has been terrific, and I've had the opportunity to watch him in a few games here recently, especially when they played the Knicks, and he, like I said, he has been terrific. He has looked great. So not only is he hitting the line, guys, he looks like, when he's out there for the Pacers, honestly, he looks like the best player on the floor for the Pacers. He really does. So obviously, he's going to get the looks. He's going to get the scoring chances. I expect that again today. The last time he played the Clippers on February 6th, he dropped 25 versus his team. So obviously, like seeing that. He's another guy that's been pretty consistent this season. 63% this season, 65% at home to this line. You love those odds. Obviously, you think about the Clippers, you think about their defense, and normally a pretty good defensive team. But in this particular matchup, I think Mathurin here could take advantage of this matchup and get us at least 14 points here. Recent small forwards have fared pretty well versus the Clippers. Jalen Wells, 18 points, Lauri Markkanen, 20, and obviously Benedict Mathurin, 25 for the Pacers. So, love the spot here for Mathurin. They lowered his line back again, which I'll take it at 13.5. I think that's a great value. So, love it there for number 3 pick, guys. We got Benedict Mathurin over 13.5 points here for the Indiana Pacers. We're going minus 120 odds on DraftKings. All right, and then number 4, we are going another familiar play. Kevin Durant over 9.5 rebounds and assists. Here for the Phoenix Suns, we're going minus 106 odds on FanDuel. Guys, we got Kevin Durant, 58% this season, 52% on the road to this line. What do I like the most about this, though, here today? It's the matchup with the Raptors. Durant has actually cashed this line in 6 of his last 8 games versus the Raptors, so we love seeing that. Raptors allowing the 6th most rebounds, the 9th most assists to power forward. So, obviously, positionally, this is a great matchup here for Durant. We just saw him put up 15 yesterday versus the Bulls. We don't need him to put up 15. We just need him to put up 10 today. I think that's very reasonable. He's done pretty solid on back-to-backs as well, if you guys were worried about that. He's 4 for 7 this season on back-to-backs, 57%. 2 of the misses that he had, 2 of the 3 misses, he had 8 and 9. So even when he missed, he was fairly close, which I like seeing that. He's actually landed on 9 rebounds and assists in 6 of his last 20 games. So even when he's missed here, guys, a lot of the times this season, he's getting right there. So I love seeing that. I love a guy who has the opportunity for us to cash. And like I said, in the matchup that he has here today, I think that puts it up over the top. And that's really the thing that I'm looking at today. Obviously, really want the Suns to win this game too, guys. They are, if you guys didn't know, check out our futures video. The Suns are part of our futures video. You guys will understand why I want to see the Suns win today. But I think they have a great chance, obviously, playing the Raptors on the road. But, man, their defense has been so bad lately. But hopefully, obviously, Durant can get us our rebounds and assists here today. Love the value that you're getting on this one. So love it there for number 4 pick. Guys, we got Kevin Durant over 9.5 rebounds and assists here for the Phoenix Suns. Minus 106 odds on FanDuel. Okay, and at number 5, we got Tobias Harris over 20.5 points and rebounds. Minus 111 odds on FanDuel. Again, a familiar play. Another play that we've had great success on. We cashed in back-to-back games with this. And then he went on the next game and also cashed. So he's been cashing this line here of late. He's 52% this season, 46% on the road to this line, but he's 8 for his last 10 to this line, which you love seeing that. He's 10 for his last 12 games versus the Hawks to this line as well. Really has done a great job. The Hawks here allowed the 3rd most points, the 13th most rebounds to power forward, so they don't particularly play that position well. Obviously, I think this is another spot where Harris could take advantage and go over here in points and rebounds. Last 7 games, the Hawks are allowing the most points and the 10th most rebounds to power forward. So obviously they've been particularly bad of late. We cashed the same line, like I said, in back-to-back games versus the Chicago Bulls right before the All-Star break on the road. Both games on the road on a back-to-back. And he went over in both. So obviously, you love seeing that. Like I said, he's been terrific to this line this season. He's been pretty solid on the road. He went his last game versus the Spurs and cooked the Spurs too. So love seeing that. He's been terrific of late. And I think once again here, I think we'll have a good chance here to go over. So love it there for number 5 pick, guys. We got Tobias Harris over 20.5 points and rebounds here for the Detroit Pistons. Minus 111 odds on FanDuel. Okay, and finally at number 6, our favorite spread play of the day. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers, minus 5.5 spread here versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Minus 105 odds on ESPN Bet. Guys, the Cavs have actually won the last 3 meetings here versus the Grizzlies, covering minus 5.5 in each of those meetings. Obviously, guys, the Cavs have been an absolute wagon this season. They're 37-19 against the spread, 20-10 at home against the spread. You'll love to see it, guys. They've been making people money all season long, so why don't we hop on and grab some free loot here? Is it going to be free? No, probably not. Every bet is, very rarely do you get it to go that easily. But love the spot here for them, guys. Obviously, this team is loaded where even, Darius Garland and Jarrett Allen are technically on the injury report listed as questionable. I think they will probably both end up playing, but even if they didn't, I'm still comfortable with the Cavs. Isn't that kind of weird? You still got Mitchell, you still got Hunter, you still got Mobley, you still got a great bench. You got Ty Jerome who's playing great off the bench. They have a lot of depth on this team now. They go so deep. They're kind of similar to the Grizzlies in that fashion. Both these teams are actually pretty deep. But the Cavs just have a little bit more, and they're at home. The Cavs, honestly, have been a beacon of consistency this year. We talk about that. They're second in offensive rating, fourth in defensive rating over the last 10 games. They've been terrific on both ends of the floor. Meanwhile, the Grizzlies haven't been quite as good the last 10 games. 14th in defensive rating. All right, 14th in offensive rating, 18th in defensive rating over the last 10 games. Grizzlies 35-21 against the spread, 17-12 on the road against the spread. So they're a great team as well on the road. But obviously the Cavs here are slightly better there. And offensively and defensively, they've been a lot more consistently lately than the Grizzlies. Last 6 home games, guys, the Cavs have gone 5-1. All 5 wins were by 19-plus points. So when they win at home, they are dominant at home. So I think once again we could see that here again today. Cavs team has been so dominant. Grizzlies really lacked that consistency needed to stay in this game. We saw them on the road against the Magic come back and win that game, but I believe they were down by, 19 or so in the third quarter. They made a big run. That's what I mean about the consistency. If you find yourself down by 19 versus the Cavs, you're probably going to stay down 19. You have to go wire to wire with the Cavs playing your best basketball. You can't have like a hitch where you go like 5-6 minutes without scoring. The Cavs will end up running you right off the floor like they did with the Knicks. The Knicks are a great team. 142-105, guys. So, obviously, when I noticed that with the Grizzlies the other day versus Magic, they came back. That was great. Magic let the foot off the gas. But I'm telling you what, they do something like that against the Cavs, they're going to get absolutely ran off the floor. So, love there, though, guys. For our number 6 pick, we're going Cleveland Cavaliers, -5.5 spread here versus the Memphis Grizzlies, -105 odds on ESPN Bet. Alright, guys, gonna do it for our picks. If you guys enjoyed the content, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. If you're a returning viewer, make sure you hit that like button for me. Always appreciate that, guys. It really does help us out. Guys, we brought out the Lucky Polo today. I haven't worn this in a couple years here on the channel. And I'm like, you know what? It's Sunday. This is like a channeling my inner Tiger Woods here, breaking out the red polo. Hopefully we do well with it, and we have a 6-0 day today. Obviously, a mediocre day 2 days ago, and then a 1-3 day yesterday. So we need to get back on track today. We're 3-5 over our last 2 days after that 18-1 run. So obviously, am I concerned? No. Days like that are going to happen. You're going to get unlucky sometimes. You're going to sometimes have bets that just go south on you. That's just the way it is. The important thing is just to stay locked in with what you're doing. Manage your bankroll the right way, like we preach here at the channel. Don't just play parlays. I see so many people in the chat. If you lose one pick, that your day is just ruined. I'm like, I can't wrap my head around that as to why people do that to themselves. Play the straights, guys. Do me a favor. Do whatever you want. But for me, I'm playing the straights and I'm sprinkling the parlay. I always preach that, guys. We'll always preach that to you guys. It's just a better way to do things. Now, obviously, yesterday wouldn't have worked out good in that regard. But for the most part, over time, if you're winning at your bets, it's the way to go. Because we have 6 plays. Could one of them go south? Could we go 5-1? Yeah, and that'd be a great day for us. We go 4-2. That's a great day for us. We're looking at 4-2 or better. So you guys gotta really get out of the habit of just sticking to parlays. That is what the book wants you to do. That's how they make money off you. So you end up with each leg you add to a parlay, you end up jipping yourself more and more each time. So, honestly, guys, make sure you guys are playing those straights. Make sure you guys have multiple books as well, so you guys can get the odds that you want to get, because some books are just different. Like right now, Tobias Harris, -111 on FanDuel. I believe it's -125 on DraftKings. So, take it on the right book. That's why having multiple books is so important. But that's my spiel on that. Any hate you guys have for me, whatever. There was a bunch of it in the chat yesterday after a 2-2 day. I imagine there's gonna be more after a 1-3 day today. I don't really care. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I had some guys saying, "Oh, Mitchell was a better read." No, No way! I can't believe I'm just finding this information out. Absolutely wild. Sometimes, guys, the comments, I can't. And it's more just because I don't mind being critiqued. If you guys have a critique against me, like, hey, I don't like this play because of this, and that. I'm like, okay, respect that. And don't play it. And I understand what you're saying. But if you come to me after and say this was the right read, well, no kidding, huh? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? I don't know, guys. Or being like, you were so terrible yesterday, Steve. That 2-2 day, it was just awful, man. Yeah, 2-2 is not great, but it's not that bad either. So come on, let's relax a little bit. You know what I mean? If you're gonna say something, whatever, I can take it. I'm a human like anyone else. But if you're wrong, then it's just like, come on. What are we doing? I appreciate you guys, though. I had some fun in the chat. But yeah, some of the comments yesterday, guys, I just, Darius Garland and nuke my parlay. Yeah, it's going to happen, guys, if you're just playing parlays. That's why I tell you guys not to just play parlays, because one pick shouldn't ruin your whole freaking day. And if it does, you got some issues. If we go 5-1 and I see a person go, yeah, but that one pick was awful, man. Come on, guys. No, I can't anymore. I'm having some fun, guys. I hope you guys appreciate the spirit. But let's have a great day today. I appreciate you guys. Check out our merch. 15% off. Last day on that sale. Check out our Straight Fire MVP program. It's 13 cents a day, guys. It's $3.99 for the month. You get access to all these picks and plays early, and it does give you an edge over the book. So make sure you guys take advantage of that. Other than that, it's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you all next time. Peace out.